Welcome back to the Dogleg Podcast. In this episode, the boys learn how to clap. Chap can't make up his mind. Dave is a technical terrorist. And the special guest drops in with some actual intelligent conversation.
Oh yeah?
But first, the usual crap talk with Dave and Chap.
Hi guys, welcome to the Dogleg. My name's Dave.
My name's Chap.
We'll be discussing the Sydney Supernight.
Yeah. Under lights.
Under lights. Hit the lights. So let's start off with our predictions that we made for Townsville and see how we did.
Oh, here we go.
So your predictions, team predictions, weren't too bad. So you picked Tickford number 1, and Red Bull, followed by Erebus. So that's
All right.
not too bad. We probably should be awarding points or deducting points,
right.
shouldn't we?
Yeah, more arse than class.
My predictions was Red Bull, Tickford, and Walkinshaw. So,
Yeah.
not bad. Your driver predictions were your final prediction was Cam, Chaz, and Andre. So, Andre and Chaz, both on the podium. Mine was Feeney, Chaz, and Cam. So we both bombed out with Cam.
Yeah. Come on, Cam. What's happening?
Come on, Cam.
We need to light a fire on
All right.
them. Oh, no, hang on. Been there, done
he did
that.
himself. Yeah. So what's your predictions for the Sydney Supernight?
Brad Jones Racing. Going to win everything.
Love it.
Yeah, I reckon they're going to go really well.
And this is there is another aero parity test, isn't there?
Yeah, on engines.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go Shell number 1.
All right. Yeah.
What's your number 2, chap?
Number 2, Tickford.
All right.
I'm
going to go Red Bull.
I'm just going to pick Tickford every week, so that way every round. So they're bound to get it. Yeah.
You're putting the mocker on him. Maybe don't pick him.
Right. That's what I did with Ben, and look how he went. Oh yeah, actually. Yeah.
It got him off the podium.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'll go Tickford.
Tickford.
Yeah.
I'll go. What did I say? Red Bull. What's your third?
Third, Shell.
I'll go Brad Jones. And drivers. What?
Drivers. Cam.
All right, I'm going to go. Oh, you go on.
No. Oh. I'm going to say. Oh, I've lost it. I'd have to have a look. Hang on. I want to have a look at I've got to see the championship.
All right. Well, I'll go. I'll do mine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go SVG. I think he's going to come back. I'm going to go Will Brown and Andre.
Yeah, that sounds good. See?
Ditto.
Ditto.
Yeah. Ditto.
That sounds a lot better than mine. But who knows? These days, who knows? What's the rundown for the Sydney race? What isn't it changed?
Oh, okay. So blah blah blah. We'll have minimum 2-stop requirement as well as refueling. So
okay, so you're going to stop for
interesting.
tyres and stop for petrol and tyres.
Yeah,
They've done everything at Sydney Motorsport Park.
Yeah,
like COVID, they had 7 rounds in a row or something.
Yeah, 7 rounds in a row. So no, not Sydney again.
Oh man, I was waiting.
And we couldn't go to any of them, could we?
No, I was waiting for a reverse, a reverse track race, but they were saying, why don't you do that? But it's not sanctioned, sort of thing. Like the runoff areas are You hit the end of the straight, there's a
Yeah,
runoff
yeah,
area.
yeah. They have to.
If you
Yeah.
go the other way, there's nowhere near a big enough runoff. You know what I mean? You can't run a
Imagine
track.
Bathurst going up
Oh,
the dipper.
geez. Oh, they actually do that when they do hill
Yeah.
climbs and they actually
Hill climbs.
race that way. Hill climb, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll start at the bottom and then head backwards up around Forest Elbow and like time trials. So. But yeah, like. But yeah, they've pretty much done everything there they can at Sydney Motorsport Park.
Alright boys, shut the fuck up. It's time for our very special guest. Take it away, Dave.
And here we have Mike Stevenson, fabricator and CNC machinist for BJR. Nice to meet you, Mike.
Nice to meet you too, guys. Thanks for having me.
G'day, I'm Chap.
I'm Dave. And I've frozen. Are we all frozen?
He does this a lot.
Oh, yeah?
How long you been a fabricator for?
I've been a fabricator about 15 years.
Right.
And I started with BJR towards the end of 2019 and spent the first 2 years of my career there as a fabricator and then started transitioning to be a CNC machinist.
Yeah, right.
So what does a typical race weekend look like for you?
So for me, I'm a tyre guy, race weekends. So I typically fly up generally the night before, the first session, get all our tyres fitted, get them all purged, ready to go, put all your nuts and stuff in them. And that's my main responsibility for the weekend. And then obviously being a fabricator, if we have a shocker and someone puts it in the wall, it's my job to put it back together and weld it back up.
Nice. So who's the biggest offender of that?
Generally Macca and Jack seem to find each other on the racetrack. But yeah, touch wood, we've had a pretty good year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a big run of having shockers. And it's not just the one car. It's
pretty
usually,
busy last year, so
a lot of work.
yeah, absolutely.
So do you still do fiberglass or is it all composite or?
It's all been composites the last couple of years, I think. There might have been a little bit of fiberglass on the ZB, but at the moment everything's composite. It's all carbon fiber and it's pretty hard to repair.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So how do you
okay.
go about fixing bumpers and that? Like,
We have a paint and panel shop. So we have two guys in there. It's like a temperature controlled room and they try and put things back together. But at the moment there's not a lot of spares, so we're trying to fix, as much as we can.
yeah. And
Yeah, cool.
you do mainly the metal work side of things?
Yep, I mainly play with metal, yep.
Yeah, right. Cool.
What's your opinion on parity at the moment and Gen 3 as a whole?
Well, I think there's two different kinds of parity to start with. Obviously, there's sporting parity and there's technical parity. Supercars is based on technical parity, so it means, getting the aero and the engines and stuff the same. It doesn't mean there's going to be sporting parity where Camaro wins 50% of the races and Ford wins the other 50%. So the sporting parity makes it look pretty bad at the moment. But I think if there was problems, the teams are probably a bit more outspoken than they have been. So, yeah, that's about as much as I can sort of delve into it.
Do you think it's the sport's looking healthy now or for the future?
I'm personally a bit worried about the future. So the cars are a lot more expensive than they were supposed to be. They seem a lot more fragile than the ZBs. And then on all the talk of some of our best drivers, leaving and going and doing NASCAR and stuff like that, I think it doesn't look too good for supercars, in the future.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah,
they?
it's definitely a concern that we have.
Do you think they should have bought a NASCAR body sort of thing and work from that, or because they seem quite robust and would have been
They
a lot
seem like
cheaper
really good
and
cars, yeah.
It seems
Yeah.
like they've
Watching
tried to re-engineer the whole wheel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. So if we could have started with that NASCAR and made it a bit cheaper and, made the cars able to take a hit a bit more like the NASCAR seem to be able to do, it probably would have helped. But, yeah, I think they got to bring the cost down, which is what they tried to do, and it, didn't really work, unfortunately. So
So it's not like the older suspension; it's just a new body. Is it, they didn't carry over?
they carried over the transaxle. is one of the components, but most of it, it's a whole new
Right.
chassis, it's a new body, it's new suspension, it's new
Yeah.
wheels.
And it's
So
weaker.
yeah, it's
It's
just
it's weaker. It's visibly weaker, or
the chassis is made out of thinner tube.
yeah, right.
So what we found is, yeah, they haven't been able to
Mm,
take a hit as good as the
mm,
ZBs and the previous Mustangs.
yeah, right. So, what about some of the other teams? Do you wish you were with other teams, or is so
I'm
like,
sure
oh well,
I'm sure the problems that we have at BJR are the same across the board.
yeah, right.
We have a pretty good group of guys. A lot of the mechanics live together. We socialise with each other outside of work, and I think it's not a bad crew.
Yeah, right.
You don't want to go to Ford, do you? Come on.
It doesn't bother me. If you're having team success and you feel good doing
Yeah.
it, then
Mm.
that's fine by me.
But you've never wanted to move up to other teams, or you're happy with, or
I'm actually not a motorsport fan. I don't know
mm,
anything about cars. I was a fabricator, and that's sort of why I joined BJR. I was interested in learning, more
mm,
skills that way, and now more so with the machining. Yeah, that's what keeps me interested, not so much the cars or the racing.
yeah,
Yeah,
right,
okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
and you find that with a lot of the people you work with, and that they're not really. It's just a job sort of thing to them, or
No, I think I'm probably in the minority.
okay,
Most of the people, yeah, that they're race fans, and sort of that's how they justify the long hours and the time away from home is because they love doing it. So
mm,
yeah, I obviously just love it for different reasons.
yeah, yeah,
That would have been hard through the COVID period where you were away for months at a time.
It was, but it was also I loved it. We spent 3 months on the road. It was all paid for, and it was just like a holiday with 30 of your mates. So
mm,
I didn't
Okay.
mind it. The wife,
mm,
yeah, she didn't like it.
yeah,
No,
right,
I'll bet.
Yeah,
So it's been a pretty good year for BJR so far, yeah.
yeah,
With we got
we've had plenty of
we got
podiums, had plenty of top tens. I think everybody's just jumped up compared to where we were last year. Everyone's really putting in the effort, and yeah, it's paying back.
yeah. Andre's making a big difference the last few years.
Yeah, yeah, he's a great leader of the team, and Bryce, stepped up this year as well, and he's pushing Andre,
Yeah,
and they're sort of working with each other a lot. So yeah, it's great.
yeah, it's awesome. Andre's sixth and Bryce is 11th.
Yep.
BJR's third in the teams
Yeah, that's
championship.
massive
So
because
yeah,
yeah, it's awesome.
we lost a few spots last year, so to try and get that back and then to jump forward again would be huge. So
yeah. That's moving up the grid quite a lot.
Yeah,
So
yeah, a long way. Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah,
hopefully we last out the rest of the year.
oh yeah.
how does that work with the B team? With oh, hold on a sec. I've got an issue. Technical hitch. Sorry. So I did a bit of creeping around on your Instagram.
Yep.
You're very much into the music scene and a bit of a guitarist.
Yeah, that was my first passion, and still probably the biggest passion. Yeah, music.
Yeah, cool. So how does Amy Shark fit into all that? How do you know her?
I sort of became aware of her when she first started getting played on Triple J, before she sort of got big, and just started meeting her at a lot of gigs. And she's a huge Blink-182 fan, the same as me, so we sort of bonded over that.
Cool.
And yeah, I've been fortunate enough to meet her plenty of times and have a chat, and she's always nice to talk to.
And you got engaged at one of her concerts,
Yeah,
is
we
that right?
did. Yeah, back in the day.
So
So yeah,
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
yeah, cool.
what do you play much, or
Not so much anymore, but I previously did university as well, and in my downtime at uni, I'd try and play guitar just to sort of keep my hands busy when I wasn't fabricating stuff. So yeah,
right. Do you
Cool.
do you fabricate for the fun of it, or at all?
not so much. I don't have a lot of downtime nowadays. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
right.
busy with work and traveling and stuff. So yeah, but
You
I
don't
I
make
love it.
BJR barbecues and
I'm sure we could. We
yeah,
have the
right.
equipment to make just about anything. So
Yeah, right.
So you'll be at the Sydney, was it Sydney Super Night?
yeah, 2 weeks away. I'm looking forward to it. Should be good.
Mm,
Yeah, cool. Well, we should be there on the Friday. Yeah,
yeah,
chap.
Yep,
yeah, yeah,
nice. Yeah, be good.
yeah. Uh, We'll see you shuffling
We'll
tires.
come lurking behind the pits.
Yeah, well, that's where I hang out. So,
Yeah, right. Cool. That's where we'll be.
yep, it's where all the action happens out the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any funny stories? I'm sure you got plenty.
Yeah, there's a fair bit that goes on between the guys. You know, we go out and get on the piss and make a bit of a fool of themselves, I'd say. So Darwin's a pretty good place for that. You know, everyone sort of ends up at
Yeah.
monsoons and they have the mechanical bull going, and that's always a pretty good time.
Yeah, Bryce always
And
seems
the drivers get involved? Or?
Not so much the race weekends, they're pretty quiet.
Yeah.
But, you know, whenever we have a good result, we try and go out in Albury and have a few beers on the Sunday or whenever we get back and celebrate it a bit, yeah.
So how big is the BJR facility that you's all? Is it
It's
just a tin
massive.
shed?
It takes up about half the court. So we have, I think it's 4 buildings sort of interlocked within each other, and then we have the building next door as well. So it's quite a big facility. Obviously, we have the manufacturing, we have paint and panel, we have the race shop, and then we've got all the engineers and the tyre departments next door. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, it's
And
a
then
pretty big operation.
you got Super 2 as well. You got Super 2 cars and
Yep, we're running a Super 2 car this year. Let's talk.
oh bugger, he's dropped out.
Seems to be dropping out a lot, doesn't it?
He's gone. He's fully gone.
Mike's browser preventing recording. Ask Mike to refresh.
Oh wow, he was getting into it.
it. Dang. Nice dude.
Yeah,
Wonder if he
sure.
can get back. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened.
Thought you did a runner.
Yeah. So you were just saying how the facility's big.
It's big, and to be honest, we've probably outgrown it. You know, our manufacturing department's expanding, and you know, we're buying the new machines, and we're just running out of space, to be honest. So, yeah.
So what do you do Porsches or anything else?
No, we just do
TCR?
the main game and the Super 2 car at the moment. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, and that's big enough, I suppose.
it's
You got
massive. Yeah, we have
Yeah,
over
right.
50 full-time employees, so it's pretty big.
So you're a big Blink 182 fan?
Yeah, they were my favorite band growing up, and probably still are.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
So have you been in any bands or anything?
No,
or?
I never went that far, but yeah, just write a bit of music, and I wrote a riff that my wife actually walked down the aisle to for our wedding, which was pretty special.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah. Awesome. And what you've been playing since high school?
No, I sort of started at uni, so maybe 5 or 6 years
Oh, yeah.
ago. Just played
Nice.
for 3 or 4 years and just got too busy, but maybe something I'd
Self-taught?
like to get back into. Yeah, self-taught. Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't play any instrument.
Yeah.
I play with tools.
Yep.
I work on cars
Yeah.
and
Yep.
bake bread.
One in particular. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bake bread, fight fires,
Okay, cool.
wash trucks. I'm a jack of all trades.
Yep.
That's where we met washing trucks. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
that was good fun.
Yeah, we pay someone to wash our trucks most of the time, so
Yeah,
right.
okay.
Well, they're looking quite shiny all the time.
yeah, we just got the new truck, so everyone's pretty pumped about them.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
What are they?
They're 2 Mac Anthems.
All right.
So they only just got released at the Brisbane Truck Show, which was the weekend of Tasmania.
All
So
right.
they're brand
Wow.
spankers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wait till you roll into Sydney.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
jumped in the truck last year for the trip to Darwin, and I did it
Okay.
this year to Perth. A bit of a road trip. It was bloody awesome.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool. So that's something you get to do? Yeah, like,
Yeah, they're pretty good about that, but
yeah, right.
most of the guys sort of don't take advantage of stuff like that. Like saying we were just in Townsville, and you know everyone flies in on the Thursday and they go home first thing Monday morning, so probably don't capitalise on the good opportunities we have and the places we travel to.
So what if you wanted to leave a week early and drive there, or would you
they're
be?
very flexible with stuff like that. It's like
Yeah,
same as your
right.
flights. They'll fly you back a couple of days later as long as you sort of pay for your accommodation and stuff like that. They're pretty good.
Yeah, cool,
Yeah.
awesome. The benefits plus you get free shirts.
Yeah, get plenty of free
Yeah,
shirts.
right.
So mine are all pink though, but anyway.
Yeah.
You're on Bryce's
Yeah, don't
car.
look after the middy's car.
That's the family business, isn't it?
Yep, so it's owned by
Yeah.
Nicholas Middendorp, and he gets around to most of the races, and he's a really good bloke.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, well, I'm always one for the underdog.
Yep.
That's why I'm a Ford supporter. we've been underdogs forever.
Yeah, especially this year.
So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I can't change it. So I can just sit here and watch it crumbling away.
Yeah.
Hoping.
Well, you got to win now, so you can stop complaining.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's right. Oh, yeah. No, we got two. We got two now. I count two now.
Now it's
so,
two.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Only
right.
one
forgot.
genuine one though.
Yeah. One checker.
Yeah.
One checker flag.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like Roland Dane said, yeah, there's no problem. See, no worries.
Stop talking about parity. Yeah.
The team come together and pulled out a win. Yeah. So tyres had nothing to do with it. Yeah, but anyway.
How do you think you go this weekend, Mike?
Typically we're pretty good at Sydney, I think. So yeah, I'm expecting some good results.
Because Percat had a few wins.
He did,
there,
yep.
didn't he?
Yep.
A few years
Back
ago?
in 2020, I think he won 2 races. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it should be a good weekend.
it'd be good to see the cars under lights. That's always pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it much of a pain doing a night race? Does it push everything back to a few hours? And...
Not really. Sort of since COVID happened, Supercars brought in curfew, which is probably the best thing they've done, at least in my book. So instead of spending all night at the racetrack now, 3 hours after Parc Fermé, you get kicked out. You get to go home and have a beer. So I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's a few beers every night while you're working there?
So
or-
BJR let us have a beer. A lot of other teams have, no alcohol on race weekends and stuff like that. But the culture at BJR definitely involves having a beer and hanging out. So
Awesome.
My kind of culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a beer. A beer.
Yeah.
Not 6.
Just the one. Yeah.
I'm drinking water. Yeah. Well, it was great meeting you.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you guys too.
Yeah.
Catch up in Sydney and
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for coming
No
on.
worries. Anytime.
It means a lot to us.
No worries.
Yeah.
If you got any further questions or anything, hit me up and I'll try and help you out.
Awesome.
Yeah,
No
thanks,
worries, guys.
man.
Yeah, great. All right.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Yep. See ya.
We'll get the clapper out.
G'day, folks. Here we are again.
My name's Dave.
My name's Chap.
So that's it for this episode. We will be attending the Friday. What am I saying? We'll be
Friday.
attending the Friday session of the. Chap and I will be at the Sydney Supernight on Friday in the day. So if we'd love to see you guys there, and come say g'day. That's all, folks.
Ciao.